Hi folks, and welcome to Schick Happens. I hope you had a wonderful, productive weekend. Or maybe you didn't have a productive weekend. Maybe you just kicked back and relaxed. Either way, I hope you had a great weekend. Lori and I got a lot of things done over the weekend. A lot of little projects, including some big projects. But in between all that, we did manage to have a little bit of fun. One of the things I did at least twice this weekend was went out and went mushroom hunting. I know a lot of people associate mushroom hunting with springtime and morels, and it took a long time for me to listen to a few folks that said you need to get out there during the summertime. That's the best mushroom hunting. And it really is. There's many wild edible mushrooms out there that grow in the summer, late June through September, that are extremely tasty. I just got back a little bit ago and found a nice little batch of chanterelles, some lobster mushrooms, and a nice patch of hygrophorus milkies. All these are choice edible. The hygrophorus milkies, they taste kind of like a portobello on steroids. Super good. The lobster mushrooms, quite frankly, they cook down like lobster, they smell like lobster, and yeah, they kind of taste like lobster. These are a choice mushroom in my book. And then of course chanterelles, these are tough to beat in the taste department. So anyway, that's one of the things I did this weekend, and actually I'm thinking about maybe putting a mushroom video together here in the next couple of weeks. I don't know, we'll see. One of the big projects that needed to get done, that I finally did get done this weekend, was I got the 6-foot brush hog hooked up to the Kubota, and I got about 6 acres of ground mowed. 90% of it was 6 to 7 foot tall thistle that's getting out of hand. So that's pretty much what I took down. I know here in another week I probably need to mow the warm season grass. I usually like waiting. I do that about every 4 or 5 years. And the Soil and Water recommends you do that around the 15th of July. To get that cut, nesting season's over. The fawns are kind of out of there now, for the most part anyway, at least that's what they say. But I know that when I've mowed the warm season grass, around mid-July, come fall, there's still a nice stand of warm season grass for cover for the pheasants and rabbits, deer, everything else through the fall and winter months. And speaking of mowing, just to the west of our horseshoe driveway, we had a bad patch of thistles there. From the driveway to the thistle patch was probably 15 feet, and Lori wanted some of that cut and opened up so that we could start mowing, get some grass seed planted in there, and basically make it look more pleasant to the eye when you're pulling in or driving by. And I'm glad we did. It's been a while since that's been mowed. So that'll be a little pet project for us to continue to massage that section of ground there and turn it into part of our yard. Probably, I'm going to say maybe 1/4 of an acre. When I was in the wood shop the other day, I noticed a couple 5-gallon buckets of trail cameras. Now these haven't been open yet, but my neighbor down the road texted me the other day saying he got some of his cameras out, and I've been slacking in that department. So I think yesterday or maybe the day before, I took 3 cameras out to 3 of my favorite spots, got those set up, and then shortly after I decided to go back and get some salt blocks out on these 3 areas. I've been wanting to do that. I usually do that midsummer, so I got to start on that. Another little thing I wanted to get done that's now checked off the list. And of course, while I was out back, I also checked on a few of my food plots. Some of them are doing okay, some are doing good, and some aren't doing good at all. And I'm going to contribute some of that to, as soon as I got all this planted, we went into extreme heat. We did get some rain here and there, but I mean, we got dog day summer heat in May. And I just don't think it did those food plots any good. There's some decent patches of sorghum coming up. I love the alfalfa and the clover mix. I think there's some timothy in there too. And you know, the longer I've been at this property, the more I'm realizing that Alfalfa and clover plots seem to be the ticket for drawing the deer in. I mean, there's nothing wrong with corn or beans. I like doing the clover and alfalfa. I think that's a good choice for plots, and it keeps the deer here year round. So it's about the third week of February 2021, and I was just out back in the four-wheelers kind of checking things out. We got like 14 inches of snow last weekend. Now some of it's melted because it warmed up a little bit, but I was just checking out some of my food plots. I wanted to see what kind of late winter activity we had. And over here, there's one of my little cedar blinds right there. And in this little section here, I put in crimson clover and timothy. And you can see they are really pounding this. All these little spots here, they're digging up, getting to that. And it was kind of an experiment to try this last spring and fall in this little area here, planting this, but this is really promising. I like this. I'm really going to have to look into getting some more real small micro plots planted of clover, timothy, and alfalfa. They're really hitting us up. I mean, more than anywhere on my entire property, I've never seen a concentration of them going for this and foraging for this through deep snow compared to everything else I got planted. This is really an eye-opener coming back here. And of course, in between all the little projects and mushroom hunting over the weekend, I did manage to get back and catch a few bass. They're getting tougher and tougher. I think they're getting educated. But all in all, it was a good weekend. This coming weekend, I think my buddy Matt, the gnome, is going to come up and we're going to go foraging for mushrooms. And that might be a good time for me to start putting together some footage, I think, for a summer mushroom hunting video. That's about all that's on my plate. There's some small things I need to get done this week, but I thought I'd put up a vlog and kind of share what's happening here in the homestead. But I appreciate you joining me here today on Schick Happens. Again, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a great week moving forward. And until next time, cheers.